Hey guys, this is ApFaqTech right here. Just got my hands on the Buffalo AC1200 wireless router. As you can tell by the name, it is the wireless AC router, new 802.11 technology, which promises a greater data throughput on the 5 gigahertz bandwidth. This is probably been on the market beginning of this year, 2013, and it's probably one of the mid-tier AC routers. That are being the AC1750, and I'll go over more detail about the differences between the two. Anyway, this retails for about 100, 150, 170, I believe. Closer to 200, depends on where you got it. I got this on sale. So anyway, let's go take a look at it. So as you can tell, it's the fastest Wi-Fi in the market, wireless AC, though I'm pretty sure, there's other technologies that enterprise units probably use. Let's see, in this, go on the side, you have a little graph over here depicting the differences of the wireless N standards and the wireless AC standards. So as you can see right here, wireless N300 only supports the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, providing 300 megabits per second theoretical bandwidth. You can see here 2.4, 5 gigahertz. Wireless N600 provides 300 megabits per second on the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth and the 5 gigahertz bandwidth, so allowing you to get double the bandwidth. Note that the misconception with a lot of consumers is that you have a total of 600 megabits per second, so they're assuming it's faster than 300, but instead you have 300 split over two different bands, so you don't have 600 megabits of total throughput through one band. Instead it's split 300 to 2.4 gigahertz, 300 to 5 gigahertz. So if you have a 2.4 gigahertz compatible device, you can only get 300 megabits. That's it. Now, if you take a look at the N900, it's a little bit different. You have 450 megabits per second on each band, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. The difference between this and the N600, I believe it uses the 3x3 multiple input output BMO standard, while the N600 uses a 2x2 and the N300 uses just the 1x1. And you could tell based on which standard it is, very easy, how many antennas the router has, if it has any external antennas. Your wireless AC1200, which is this model right here, on the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, you have 300 megabits per second on wireless N. That's for only wireless N right here. This, however, you have around 866 megabits per second on wireless AC. Only on wireless AC. If you switch over to 5 gigahertz N, you're going to be downgraded to probably 300 megabits per second. This whole bar is wireless AC, not wireless N. This is our upgraded model, the AC1750, which I should have gotten, but it's alright. 450 megabits per second on the wireless N, and I believe you have close to 1300 megabits per second on wireless AC, and some routers are even touting 1900, going closer to probably maybe to I think 1550 megabits per second on wireless AC. So this is pretty fast, This says 5G Wi-Fi, not a little marketing thing, but that's basically the difference. And note that in order to enjoy these speeds, you have to have the compatible wireless devices which support these type of bandwidths and also these type of speeds and antenna input outputs. So you have to do a little bit of research into that. Again, on the back you have a little chart depicting the differences between the routers, their different versions. So you have wireless support, secure connection, easy setup, everything's easy setup nowadays. Mobile friendly setup, Gigabit Ethernet, which is pretty good. I recommend getting Gigabit Ethernet for anybody that's going to get a router, especially if you're doing gaming or high data file transfers. It's pretty handy. Simultaneous dual-band, which is pretty much standard on most high-end routers. USB share port, parental control, nobody uses that, and same thing with the AC 1750. Only difference is that you have a higher throughput through the AC 5 gigahertz band. Just some stuff right here. Oh, it has Norton in here. Yeah, expect that to slow down my computer. But anyway, let's do the unboxing. As you can see, the router right here. Internal antennas. You don't see any external antennas whatsoever on the router. Let's pop it out of the plastic. You can see very sleek design. It says Air Station right here. On the bottom, what is here? You have the reset button. It's going to take some time to focus. But whatever. Ah, here we go. You got the serial numbers over here. I don't care if you guys see it, whatever. I mean, it's just, I'm going to change everything afterwards. The keys and everything. Configuration over here. Just got to pop that out in order to configure it. You have Buffalo. You have this, which AOSS. You have the AOSS button right here. And on the back, which is what you want to know, you got a whole bunch of ports over here. So you have, let me just get this down so you can focus. Come on. It's got a new camera, and I have it on autofocus. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, let's forget about it. Let's look at the ports. You can probably tell just from, even though the blurriness. There we go. Ethernet port for inputting the modem. This comes from the, this is the input for the modem, your cable modem, whatever. Power port over here, on and off button. Press this on and off. It's the power jack for AC. And you got your gigabit LAN ports right here, standard. And you have a USB 3.0 port for file sharing and anything for, like, you know, firmware updates if you want to use a flash drive. But nowadays, you know, everything's just, you know, through the computer. You can do firmware updates through there. You have a mode over here, mode button. Eject button for the USB, which is nice, you know, so that way you don't have like any type of like data corruption or whatsoever. And over here you have like another switch, AP and WB, and that's about it. It's pretty standard router, very good router for any type of gaming or heavy duty data usage. And let's take a look at what else is inside the box. So I have my packing list right here. Manuals, quick setup guide, how to use. You have Ethernet cable right here. Standard, probably Cat 5. I mean, you use Cat 6 cables. I believe these are brackets for the stand, sorry, for the router to stand on. Just gotta screw them in. These are wall mounting screws, I believe. Nobody really does wall mounting nowadays. And the AC adapter, and that's about it. Nothing really much in this box, because all you're concerned about is the router right here. Anyway, pretty decent router, definitely recommend it. Has pretty good reviews. The only other router I would say, which is probably on par or better, is maybe the Asus routers. Pretty good routers, and I believe they came up with AC 1900 router. But then again, you know, like I said, it's not all about the router. It also depends on your devices. Any type of wireless adapters you may have, you need it to be compatible with wireless AC in order to enjoy the speeds. And that being said, that's about it for the review. This is ApFaqTech right here. Stay tuned, comment, subscribe. Later.